For the next 10 weeks, I'm going to hit my posterior chain, my hamstrings, my glutes, the lower back 2 times a week, sometimes 3 times a week, and I'll upload every single session to help you out. The goal is to get bigger, stronger glutes and hamstrings and a stronger lower back as well, while slowly getting stronger. But the main priority is size. We'll put a lot of emphasis on high reps. One day will be very light and high reps, and focusing more on technique for the compound lifts like a squat or deadlift to build very good patterns and not have the movement being as awkward as it is, because the more we do something, obviously the more natural it becomes. But I've noticed the past year and a half really, I haven't been as frequent as I like to be on these compound lifts. So it's time to get back frequent as fuck and train these lifts at least twice a week each. So that's the goal: get bigger, stronger lower body in general, and a stronger core. That's my main priority as well. Number one priority, size. Second priority, get my lower back stronger, because I've noticed my lower back is not as endurant as before. I've done a deadlift session yesterday, and I've done 2 heavy sets, and after that, dude, my lower back was so fried. I could not do the set I wanted to do after, and it was much lighter. So it's time to get back into it. Just doing a lot more frequently my lifts throughout the week, deadlifting at least twice, squatting at least twice a week, will up my endurance by a lot, because I've done it before and it did help. So it's time to redo that. This is an example of a very light day here. I didn't go more than 225 for squats, and I just focus on very good technique, big breathing and big bracing before going down, trying to keep my torso upright basically, and going ass to grass with a slight pause at the bottom, nothing crazy. And just did like sets of 10 to 12 reps with this, and that was it. Just called it, because that's important to have these very light days, just to have good movement patterns and build conditioning in the movement. And then after that, I did some isolation work here for the glutes. Love this. Depending on the angle, it hits my hamstrings or my glutes more. So I made sure this time to isolate my glutes, which will help the lower back get stronger as well. Did sets of 8 to 12 reps here, nothing crazy. But man, the crazy part is how dizzy I was after this. There's very little oxygen after that because you're angled down. So listen to this.
Dude, I almost fainted, dude. It's insane. There's no oxygen at the end. I feel like there's like stars in my head, tingling sensations. He's majestic as fuck. Is that actually a beaver? What is that? Let me know in the comment down below, man. I'm curious to know what this is. It's pretty big though. Just vibing. I won't approach it. I'll leave it be. Enjoy your stay, dude.
And another thing I want to be very careful with is my nutrition. Obviously, I've been heavier in the past, and I noticed over the years it's just not for me. I've noticed as well that I have a very big problem with yo-yo dieting. I was either eating super shittily or eating super clean, and then I would eat so clean for so long that I would crave a lot of junk food, and I could not stop myself really. So now I have a lot more balance, and I actually don't approach food with an emotional reaction anymore. It's all about eating for energy and sustainability, and I don't associate food with feelings anymore. Because before, man, I would be bored, I would eat. I would feel like shit, I would eat. Shit like that we're conditioning our brains and our body to always have a craving when we have a bad day basically, and I just wanted to get over that. And now it's been about like a month of super clean eating, but I have balance now. I have 2 cheat meals a week, which I spread out throughout the week, and that right there cuts my cravings. I eat whatever I want in those cheat meals, however much I want, and it's very nice to not crave it after. By the way, look at this set right here. I want to do a set of 6 reps, and on my 3rd rep, you'll see what happens a little bit more. My lower back just basically pulled a little bit, and it felt very tired. So I'm like, you know what? Just not push it. I'm just gonna lower the weights a lot and do some stiff-legged deadlifts right here with the dumbbells. Get a good hamstring stretch. squeeze those glutes at the very top and just help with the lower back. Really, it's a very good exercise. You don't need to go heavy on these. You just need to focus on hinging from the hips and stretching those hamstrings, and it's a really good pump. Honestly, I recommend it. Other than that, man, that's the basics of what I'm gonna do for the next few weeks. I'm gonna do that at least 2 to 3 times a week, and we'll see how it goes, man. Honestly, I've done that in the past and I had some really amazing results, so I'm very excited to see what the next 10 weeks will bring. And I'm gonna share every single session. Even if I don't feel like it, I will. Thank you for watching. Leave a like if you enjoy it. Comment down below. Peace.